Alright, moving on to 20.4, hurricanes and winter storms. The vocabulary is hurricane, storm surge, Saffir-Simpson scale, and a blizzard. Our objectives for this section describe the formation and effects of hurricanes and the measures taken to mitigate their damage, and describe the weather conditions associated with mid-latitude lows during the winter. Big questions here. What is a hurricane, and how does that differ from a winter storm? Some key ideas. Hurricanes develop over warm water, fueled by the heat water releases during condensation. Snow, wind, and freezing cold temperatures can occur with mid-latitude lows in the winter. So hurricanes are large, rotating storms originating over tropical oceans. They are classified based on their wind speed. There are three main parts of each hurricane. We have the eye wall, and the feeder bands. The diameter of hurricanes varies from 150 kilometers to over 1,500 kilometers, and the eyes are only about 6 kilometers to 40 kilometers of that entire diameter. So the eyes are very, very small compared to the overall size of the hurricane. Now the strong winds of the eye wall blow water into a broad wave-like dome called a storm surge. One of the greatest hurricane disasters in U.S. history was in 1900 at Galveston, Texas. It produced a storm surge that killed 6,000 people. So that storm surge produces all the flooding. It's kind of very similar to the feeling of a tsunami, but this one comes from a tsunami is the displacement of water due to land earthquakes or landslides underwater. Now this was obviously that strong winds of the eye wall pick that water up and pull it along with the hurricane. Now some safety tips for hurricanes. Listen to the weather updates. Gather a portable radio, fresh batteries, flashlight, drinking water, food, and medicines. Set refrigerator to high and open only if necessary. Obviously this is in hurricane areas, and why would you set your refrigerator to high and open only if necessary? What do you think? Well, if you know that power or electricity can go down for several days, if not weeks, then you're going to want to make sure to take care of any produce that you have or any food that you have. So you set your refrigerator on high, try to get everything as cold as possible, and then only open it, only let that cold air out, only if you need to get something in there. Now outdoors, secure loose objects and moor boats. Moor just means tie them up really tight. Shutter or board up windows, secure the doors. If in a mobile home, check tie downs and go to a shelter. Now have a flood-free evacuation route planned. If ordered to evacuate, do so immediately. Shut off water and electricity. That's very important because you can have leaks that can eventually cause even more damage or injury or death. And obviously electricity, you want to shut down everything too. Now during the hurricane, stay indoors, away from windows. After, beware of downed wires, unsafe roads, flooded areas, animal shelters, sheltering indoors, and broken gas lines. A meteorologist can track a hurricane through its life by satellite. They rate a hurricane's strength using the Saffir-Simpson scale. Those are the two meteorologists that came up with this scale. Now we have a 1 through 5 on category. You can see how the wind speeds increase. The storm surge also increases with wind speeds. Now the damage goes from minimal to moderate, intense, extensive, extreme, and catastrophic. Catastrophic would be buildings destroyed, evacuations as far as 16 kilometers inland. Now winter storms are mid-latitude low-pressure systems that occur over land in the winter. A winter storm characterized by high winds, low temperatures, and falling or blowing snow is called a blizzard. Now a blizzard must exceed 56 kilometers per hour winds and a negative 7 degrees Celsius or lower, and reduce visibility due to snow. Now both hurricanes and winter storms can cause severe damage. Now winter storms, be sure you have food that doesn't need cooking, flashlights, batteries, medicines, fire extinguishers, and a way to safely make heat if electricity or gas is cut off. And obviously check your smoke detectors. Stay indoors and dress warmly. Turn off faucets onto drip, and you don't want the water inside freezing up and bursting the pipes. And you want to also conserve any fuel that you might have. If you are caught outside, find shelter from the wind and stay dry. Exercise to stay warm but avoid sweating. Avoid walking on ice. Cover your mouth. Watch for signs of frostbite and hypothermia. If you are in a car, leave it running only if the exhaust pipe is clear of snow. Do not drive in icy conditions. Next up, we'll have 20.5.